One tiny report I almost ignored saved real people. I worked night shifts at a basic packaging warehouse. No drama, no excitement. Just buzzing lights, tired workers, and the smell of warm plastic stuck in the air. My whole job was checking shipping labels. That's it. Numbers, warnings, tiny print. One night, my eyes stopped on a safety label. The emergency phone number had one digit wrong. Just one. Realistically, most people wouldn't even notice it. I walked it over to my supervisor. He barely looked up from his coffee and said, "It's just a print error. It won't matter." I nodded, walked back to my station, and stared at that label for a long time. Something inside me felt wrong, like I'd spotted a loose wire, and everyone else wanted to ignore it. I wrestled with it for almost an hour. I kept thinking, who even uses these numbers? Is this worth getting someone annoyed? Finally, I opened the reporting system. The computer was slow, loud, and covered in dust. Every click felt dramatic. I wrote a full report describing the wrong number. I almost deleted it 3 times before hitting submit. 2 weeks later, men in hard hats and safety vests walked into the warehouse. Real government inspectors. They didn't smile, they didn't joke, they went straight to the labels. That's when things got serious. They found out that thousands of chemical containers across different locations had been printed with the same wrong emergency instructions. If there had been a fire, workers would have called the wrong number and followed the wrong evacuation steps. My supervisor grabbed my arm and whispered, "Please don't mention that I told you to ignore it." The machines were shut down. The building felt dead quiet. I could hear my own breathing. Months later, the truth reached us. Another factory, using those same containers, had a chemical fire. Real flames, real smoke, real danger. But this time, the labels had already been corrected because of my report. Workers read the new instructions. They called the correct number. They followed the correct evacuation plan. Every single person made it out safely. Nobody said my name. Nobody shook my hand. Nobody even looked at me differently. At a safety meeting, a manager said, "One small report prevented something terrible." I sat there staring at the floor, feeling something heavy in my chest. But here is what stuck with me. I didn't save lives with strength or bravery. I saved them by refusing to stay quiet.